everyone, I have my dollhouse tour here. Let's start with the bottom left-hand corner room. This is the sewing room. On the left there's this curtain that quote-unquote Isabel made, and I show you guys how to make it in my setting up video. And here is Isabel's studio with all of her items, except there's just a doll dress in the back that didn't come with the set. Mia's there with Praline, and Chris's there. They're all at the sewing room hanging out. And then they've got the dress form here with some material. So let's move on to the next room. This is the room directly above the sewing room, and it is the bedroom. I love this room so much. It's got 3 posters. I think they're all really adorable and they all give a nice little touch. There's some wall decoration with some flowers, and I think that's really cool. Right in front of that is Tutu, Isabel's kitten, with a pillow underneath. In front of the bed are some exclusive slippers. Over here are Molly's glasses and some books that came with McKenna's loft bed. And then I have this guitar from a local store. Sitting next to Poppy is Lainey's orangutan, and it's meant to be her stuffed pet when she goes to sleep. Poppy is on her laptop right now, and she's holding onto Mini Coconut. She's just sitting on McKenna's bed of the loft bed, so the other half is in another room. Directly above Poppy's head are the really adorable blinds. On the bed are Japanese erasers, so that's why they're doll size. And there's this little tray underneath them. She has a glass of milk, and then the actual table is from the Breakfast in bed set. So now let's move on to the next room. So we are in the room directly next to the bedroom, and it is the study room. Here is the other half of McKenna's loft bed. Here we have the cabinet area. Firstly, we have this really adorable magnet from Walt Disney World, and it's of the castle. And then we have this minion from Universal Studios. I find it really funny that I put the 2 theme park things right next to each other. They're both doll size and they're both adorable. I have McKenna's clock from her loft bed. I have books. There's Good Luck Ivy, Nellie's Promise, Meet Cecile, Brave Emily, Happy New Year Julie, Candlelight for Rebecca, Meet Samantha, Meet Julie. These 2 were the special 25th anniversary mini doll books. This Rubik's Cube is Disney Princess theme from AG Zoe Eve. Then I have this little eraser, and it's also a Japanese eraser, except it's a yo-yo. The Apples to Apples game that came in one of the AG sets. And here is McKenna's hamster. Here is something I got from Universal Studios, World's Greatest Friend, which I thought was cool because you could use with any of the dolls. I have McKenna's panda here, Mini Sage and Mini Isabel, the 2 rivals, if you can say, playing a game, and they're sitting on the little mat that came with McKenna's loft bed. Nellie over there is studying and doing her homework, and she's sitting on the chair from McKenna's loft bed. Underneath her hand she has a notepad with a pen. She's got some textbooks behind her. The science textbook. In front of the science textbook there is, I bought this little fishbowl. I just put some flowers inside to make it look like a vase. And right next to that there's McKenna's lamp. And then there's like a lemonade, pink lemonade, and that's from one of the American Girl sets. But the notepad and pen are from McKenna's loft bed, and everything on the bulletin board is also from McKenna's loft bed. And down right next to her foot is her school bag. She has her camera, her books, the science book, the binder, and 2 reading books inside her bag that's just peeking out. It looks a little bit messy because I want it to look like she kind of dumped her bags when she came back from school. There's some blinds next to the window hole kind of thing. They've got purple love hearts on it, and they're exactly the same as the room next door, and I think they're so cute. So let's move on to the 4th room. Here is the next room. It is the ballet room. I like this room a lot. On the side, it's got Isabel's dance case, which is a nice, neat added touch because it's a big piece, but it's not very large, and I think it fills up that corner area nicely. And we have Lainey here doing some arm exercises, and Isabel standing behind her. And right on top of the wall, it took me a while to paint just these letters, and who knows how long it took me to paint the large letters up in the attic. The problem is, I bought poster paint for this without realizing. I didn't look at it and I just like, oh, I really like the color, and I picked it up. So this paint actually turned out really good, except I had to put so much on it because it wasn't the right paint, and that's why it took so long. I think it gives a nice little touch to the room, but it did take a while to make. It brings my YouTube into my dollhouse, which I really wanted, and I didn't want it just to be a dollhouse, and I wanted you guys included in my dollhouse. So back to the house. The dance bar they're using is obviously Isabel's dance bar, and the yoga mat came with the dance bar. And right next to that are 2 water bottles, one that says Ballet on it, and that's Isabel's. It's from Isabel's dance bar. And the other one, the gray one, came with the school bag set. So let's move on to the corner of the room. I have 2 pairs of ballet slippers, and then I have the ballet bag there that says AG, and that's from the 2-in-1 ballerina set. And the little thing that says Isabel on it is the holder for the yoga mat. Oh, and also the blinds all give a nice little touch to each room because they have different colors which suit the rooms. So let's move up to the attic. So this is the sports attic. Right in the corner we have a basketball, tennis ball, and soccer ball with some gymnastics items over there. And in front of that is a mat with McKenna's bar, and McKenna is holding onto the bar. Right next to her, she has her water bottle there. And then there is Ginger on the beam, and her head looks kind of squished, but it's okay. She's trying to do the best she can in an attic, and she's got the beam underneath her, and she has another water bottle from one of the My American Girl sets. And then Pandora is doing some yoga on the yoga mat, wearing the yoga outfit with a towel and a water bottle. And the star of the attic is the huge AGOSF right in the back. And I'm very proud of the results because it took me a really long time. And it's not meant to be a typical house with a dining room, a kitchen, and everything like that because I want it to be different. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for 20,000 subscribers. I really, really do appreciate it. So bye!